How to connect Google Sheets to BigQuery. This video shows 2 ways to connect Google Sheets to BigQuery. You'll learn the difference between linking and loading a sheet. It also explains how to create a 2-way connection. Welcome to Google Sheets. In the AI world, using spreadsheet is still cool. Google Sheets is even cooler for data professionals and marketers. Why do people love Google Sheets? 1. Tons of functions and handy built-in formulas. 2. Sharing with your team is a breeze. You are 2 clicks away. Clicking Share, select Email, boom. 3. Google Apps Script, the real built-in treasure. Connect apps, automate tasks, even learn to code. I'm not kidding. Using AI, you can start coding. The time to learn is like 10 minutes. All this is for free and with 0 setup. Grow your business in Google Sheets. First, you start to work in Sheets, and it works. Good for you. For several years. Then you discover you become Alice in Wonderland. Your business has grown, and you're now stuck in a toy house that's too small for your needs. The bad news? Sheets won't scale for you anymore. The good news? You have options. Consider enhancing Sheets with a database for a turbocharged experience. BigQuery is a good decision. The system tackles and queries large datasets. It handles sizes from terabytes to petabytes, integrates with Google Sheets and any app you use, uses standard SQL, which is common and easy to learn for those familiar with SQL. Compose a query with AI for instant responses. No need to be a pro or hire an analyst. It is serverless, meaning you can start right away with minimal setup. You will have free credits to get started. It imports data into your sheet, allowing you to have millions of rows in your pivot table. Bonus, use Google's free Looker Studio. Build reports. Connect data from any source. Upload Sheets data to BigQuery with Cooltables. Step 1. Install the extension from the Workspace Marketplace. You can type in Cooltables in a search bar. Follow the installation wizard. Step 2. In Google Sheets, go to Menu Extensions, Cooltables, Show Sidebar. Step 3. We have a sheet called Spain, and I want to import it to BigQuery. I'll start a new Sheets to BigQuery task. Step 4. I'll select my sheet and my cloud project. As I have no datasets yet, the extension will ask me to create one. We'll call it Add-in. Click the button to create it. Boom! Step 5. The add-in auto-detects my fields and data types for BigQuery. All I have to do is to set a new table name. Spain. Here you see the link to BigQuery checkbox. If I click it, the BigQuery links to my sheet. This means each time I query my table in BigQuery, it will give me the latest version. For this sheet, I prefer to have a manual update. Click this big green button. While the task is running, I can rename it. The add-on saves my tasks in memory, so I can return to them later. That's cool. It's finished. Here I have a direct link to my BigQuery table. Click it. Here select the query in New tab, please. Select All to test it. Running the query. My Google Sheet has launched into BigQuery. Fantastic. Now I want to check if I can update the BigQuery again. I'll change something in my table and open the add-on again. Go to the Home tab, find my task, and click the replay. Done. Go back to my BigQuery console. Running the query. Here we go. I just turned my Google Sheets into a space rocket. I have 4 managers working in different spreadsheets. I want to consolidate data from their tables. Here's the recipe. 1. Create the same column structure for each spreadsheet, so the order of columns and their names will be the same. 2. Link all these spreadsheets to separate BigQuery tables. 3. Use the union clause in my select query. That's it. Now I'll have my business data in one place. Transfer data from Google Sheets using the BigQuery interface. Hooray, friends! We are in Google Cloud Console in the BigQuery section. The project is set up. We are ready to add new tables. We have Explore to the left. Let's find our project name here and click the 3 dots button near it. Click on the Create Dataset option. Dataset is like a home for our tables. Think of it as a folder. All we need here is to name it. Use some database-friendly name, and you are ready. You may see some other options as well. We'll ignore them for now. Click that Create Dataset button. My new dataset named Test was just created.
Whoa.
Magic. We'll click 3 dots near the dataset name and create a table. Aha! It suggests we create an empty table. Change it and select Drive. The next challenge is to give it the Drive URL. That's easy. We'll go to our spreadsheet and copy the URL. I'll select it and only copy the spreadsheet address, including the ID. I don't want to add any parameters here, coming at the end of the URL. Control-C, back to BigQuery, and paste it here. Looks like this is what it wanted. File format. Write in the comments if you know what Avro, given here by default. We'll change it to Google Sheet. Sweet. Now, sheet range. We can put the range address here. Or for our case, I want to set the whole sheet. We'll copy the sheet name and put it here. Notice how the table is linked to sheet name. Do not rename those sheets. We'll give this table a name. See the small text below? I barely see it. It says we should name our table well. Only Latin characters are allowed, and so on. I will call it people. What? They also prompt us to select table type. Guess what types we have there? Only one, external table. Okay, I selected. We have schema. This is the real nuts. Don't even try to click that auto detect button. You won't get expected types. So I'll do it manually. Add field. I have only 3 columns in my table. Name is string. Age is integer. I selected numeric, which is also fine. The last column is true or false values. I must care about the correct naming. No spaces. Type is Boolean. Phew. Let's look at our table again. This should work. But that is not all. We have advanced options here, and we better use them because we have the header rows to skip option. It is critical. Put 1 here as our headers are in row 1, and we want to skip this in the data. Finally, it looks okay. Click the create table. Dance. Now we have a table, and the go to table link is popping. Go there. Nice. We have a table schema and lots of controllers here. Select query in new tab option. Here is the holy grail. We'll select all and click Control Enter to run the query. All our rows are safely migrated to BigQuery from Google Sheets. What a relief. I'll change something in my sheet and see if it updates. Yes, my value is updated in BigQuery as well. Now I'll add a new row and refresh my query again. Someone named Boo is 1,000 years old. And do they like bananas? Here another test. I'll leave this blank to see what happens. Refreshing our query. Boom, it worked. We have a new row, and the value for our like bananas column is null. As expected, things are going too well so far. I want to crash it and add a number in the Boolean field. Do you love bananas? The answer is 500. Refresh the query. It says true. It converts numbers to true or false. That's a bit logical, but we'll go further. We'll use text instead. Refreshing. Now we see the error. Pro tip for you, in this case, use a separate sheet to link it to BigQuery, because users can mess up with data validation, and your business will stop at that moment. Here I use a special formula to help my imported data stay consistent. You see that if function that checks if value equals true or false, and only in that case it will show the data. In other cases, it will leave a blank. See how it works. Now we have text for the Boolean column, and it is an illegal value. I'll change it back to Boolean. Now our special sheet shows a value. Good. Now the hardest part, connecting my sheet to BigQuery. Luckily, I have an add-on to do it for me. Open the menu. Extensions Cooltables show sidebar. Here I'll select Sheet to BigQuery task. Select my new sheet called Connect to People. Pick my project. Select my newly created dataset called Test. I need to set table name again. Notice here, I do not need to care about correct naming. I can use a space. The goal is this link to BigQuery checkbox. I make sure to click it as I want a link table. So it will refresh on the go. Click Load my data to BigQuery. I'm a bit nervous here, but it went well. Here I also have a direct link to my BigQuery table. Nice. We'll click it. My column names, data types, and even table name were detected automatically. That's fantastic. Here I'll go to query again to check if it works. Run the query. Works like a charm. In this video, you learned 2 ways to connect your Google Sheets to BigQuery. Now you can create your link tables, add other data sources, and get your beautiful reports. You need Google Sheets for data entry and fun. Use BigQuery as a data aggregator and a powerful engine for your queries. Take Looker Studio for dashboards. Use Cooltables add-on to connect Google Sheets and BigQuery for schema detection. Use a natively supported method for more options to set. Connect all your data, get it in one place, manage your processes, increase your revenues, and make your clients happy. Do not forget about these pro tips. Use the same one data type for a column. Don't let malformed values to kill the connection. Do not rename sheets linked to BigQuery. Use built-in Connected Sheets feature by Google to load your BigQuery table back to Sheets. This will let you explore the data using a pivot table. Load your data to BigQuery instead of linking if you want to make a manual connection that will not break if source data will change. Download Cooltables add-on and use it for free if you want to simplify connections. If you find this video useful, like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. See you